Wagwan, Jeffiries, where do I start? It was April Fool's yesterday, because it's the day after the night before I'm recording this. But Jesus Christ, if you look up April Fool's in the dictionary, it's me next to it. Picture of me like that. A catalogue of continuous errors happened yesterday. So let's just clear what went on yesterday, because, do you know, bad luck seriously follows me everywhere I go. But Fathead here decided, do you know what? I'm gonna start running before I can walk, right? I'm gonna make a decision to go to a ground without a ticket and magically think I'm gonna get in and no trouble will happen. Oh, was I wrong? Oh, where do I start? Right, so I filmed the look ahead video, right? It was all ready for your faces. It was completed at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the day of the match. I was planning to get it out, you know, get it all downloaded and everything and get it out to yous for around about 3 or 4. So you got a few hours before the match. You've got to look ahead and you're like, yes, let's get ready for the match. No. There's the first thing that went wrong for the day, despite this crap. The editing software I use, CapCut, can't say what I want to call them. Sounds like cut, but with an N in it. Anyway, 6 hours that bastard took to export. I had the laptop in the car as I was driving to the ground, just so it complete, so I could get the video out for you. No. Because it finished at 7 o'clock, I could not post it, right? Because I was stuck in traffic. And as you can imagine, because United come to town, it was rammed. So I couldn't post the video. When it was ready to go to YouTube, it said another 1 hour. Didn't have that time, did I? The video got delayed, right? So I couldn't post that out for you. 9 hours of work I couldn't post. As you know, doing videos and stuff like that, time is of the essence. And I've put in all that effort, right, to give you a video where it's got funny parts in it like I normally do. I always take the mick. But it's a Jeffrey video. You know what I mean? You come here to not watch the boring shite of the other channels, but you come here for a no filtered video, should we say, right? And a comedy one at that. But because I've put in all that effort, I'm going to add it to this video, right? I'm going to chip out the bits where I'm talking about the Nottingham game and stuff, because obviously it's irrelevant now. Look!
Big man thing, yeah? It's not looking good, Bev.
We'll get on to the result in a minute. This is more of a reaction now, but it gets worse. So, Muggins here gets to the ground at 7:45. Bearing in mind we kick off at 8, gets to the ground for 7:45. And here's me thinking, yeah, there'll be people around the ground selling tickets. No one was around! Not a single soul was selling a ticket. So I goes to the away end, right? Great move that was, Jeffries, because as soon as I mentioned it, I had a load of Nottingham fans giving me shit because I'm a mank. Because I was asking where the away end is. And the steward that I asked, oh yeah, the away stands down there, shouting it out. The dressing room inside the ground could hear it. So foghorn mouth from whatever security company look after Nottingham shouted out where I was going. So I got a load of surprised I didn't get thrown into the river. Cankles here makes his way round to the away end. See a couple of people are there and they're like, yeah, I'm after tickets as well. Manages to secure a ticket. You think, oh, he's in now, he's got a vlog to do. No. Me and this lad go towards the ground with a ticket. Face value, fair play. Yeah, fair play didn't last too long, did it? Could have called this Keir Starmer, because along came another fan and said, have you got a spare ticket, mate? And he went, yeah, I'm selling it in for 30 quid. So I'm like, what's going on here? Hostile takeover or what? This lad goes, I'll give you 150. And he went, see you later, mate, to me. See you later, pal. I'll take the 150, thank you very much. So there's me, like a drowned cat, sat outside the ground going, are you taking the piss? I could have roundhoused him in the face. So I look like a twat now. I'm in the queue to get in, the search line to get in. Gets to the front, and I'm like, got no ticket now. What do we do? Fight or flight? Gets to the front and says, oh, my mate's got a ticket there. Blagging it. Manages to get through. Gets to the turnstile. Tries to get in with the lad that was there. Didn't work because my fat ass would not fit through that. It was like a turnstile from Alton Towers, and you have to be a size 0 to get through it. And because I'm a very plus size fat git, couldn't get through. So the steward seen what I was doing and went, hold on a minute. I'm like, oh shit, gig's up. So I gets booted out. Let's put it into proper phrase. Escorted off the premises. I might be banned from Nottingham now. So not only have I been kicked out of Old Trafford this season, I've now been kicked out of Nottingham. And the TV's gone off!
What the fuck is going on here?
Tell you what, someone's trying to wind me up now. 2.5 hour drive down to Nottingham for nothing. Rubbing salt to the wound. That happens while I'm in the queue. I could hear the chants while I was in the queue. So I knew we were losing straight away. So I had to do a 30-minute walk back to my car. And as soon as I got booted out, I tried to go live on YouTube. So for whoever managed to click on and see me live, fair play. But I think I was live for about 2 minutes because the connection was shite. I mean, YouTube did, a Back to the Future and put me in a time machine. I thought I was filming back in April 2024. But I went live anyway. About 2 people showed up. But I was just showing me doing the walk of shame back to my car. Showing the ground and stuff. Showing the river that I was going to jump into. But yeah, that was short-lived. Connection went. Tried to get into a pub. Bouncer told me to piss off. He said, if you're not a Nottingham fan, and I can tell by your accent you're not, piss off. Couldn't watch the game. 30-minute walk back to my car. And I might have head-butted my steering wheel quite a few times, hence the fringe is not straight. Yes, so sat in my car, crying. I had to pull, the flap, the sun visor, pulled that down, strung it across. I looked at myself in one of them little mirrors. I looked at myself and I'm like, what are you doing? Head-butted it a few times, closed the visor, slammed it up, might have put a hole in my roof. And, wheels spun off. Coming back home, 3.5 hours it took, right? I actually thought it was a joke there was that many road closures. It was like all the road closure guys, the builders or whatever, were on a WhatsApp group and sent out a message. You out tonight? Yeah. I'll bring the iVises. You bring the cones. Every road was shut. 3.5 hours it took me. And it brought me through the back road. You know the back roads where... it's like the hills of eyes when you drive through it at night because there's no lights. There's dead animals everywhere. All you see is brains every 2 minutes. As soon as you put on a full beam, a lorry comes towards you and blinds you. But yeah, that was my night. Didn't even see the game. So I've watched the highlights. Oh, God. And it just makes matters worse, doesn't it? So after everything I've just told you, then I had to re-watch the performance of United. United are back to losing ways. 5 minutes it took to Nottingham. 5 minutes. And it would be Alanga, wouldn't it? Who turned into a pissing road runner. Christ, I've watched that goal back. I've had to slow it down. He was running that quick. I mean, Garnacho, don't know what I'll get on to Garnacho in a minute. He made an half-arse attempt to try and stop him. Did nothing. 2 defenders there, turned him inside out and put it in bottom corner because Anana stood at the corner flag instead of the pissing goal. We played straight into Nottingham's hands. They've got one of the best defensive records in the league. They've had the most clean sheets this year. So what do you think will happen as soon as they score against Man United, who can't score in a brothel? Pass. Cross goes to no one. Shots go fucking wayward. We are so bad at finishing. We need a striker in the summer. Please, something happen. We need a striker. Hoyland is not cut out for it. Xerxes is not a striker. We created chances. We just can't finish. And better yet, back to the Moisey days where we had Fellaini. We go and put Harry Maguire on to win a couple of headers. He won a header that should have been a goal and headed about 12 foot wide. And then it would drop to him right at the end as well. Just a little tap in. Falls to Harry Maguire, kicked it to the only defender on the line. I mean, your tactics have gone out the window there, haven't they, Amorim? That's what we've resorted to. Harry Maguire going up front.
I feel sorry for you.
They didn't even have to try. Try and calm down. Garnacho. Do you know when I said in my last video? Argentina didn't take him for the friendlies. And I said, I hope he's worked on his shooting or something. He's had 2 weeks off. It looks like he's had 2 years off. He was our only attacking player that had the ball the most. And out of the 7 crosses he put in, reached no one. Of all the shots he took, none on target. What has happened to Garnacho? This young, vibrant young lad, attacking players like fuck, scaring defenders. Couldn't scare a fucking fly now. That's why he's on the thumbnail here. And that's why it says embarrassing. Arteta, take it away.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace.
How many times have we said that we can't finish? Rant's over. I took medication. You can see it's worked, can't you? I've run out of Guinness as well. I'm annoyed. Anyway, couple of things after the match. Look at it. We break a record every single week for the worst reasons. And here we go again. Man United's struggles in the Premier League have reached a concerning milestone. Oh, concerning is it? Feels like we haven't won since last year. We've just come off a back-to-back wins. I told you. We've won 2. Woo! And we've got City next.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Because United have now reached a concerning milestone, as they have now suffered the same number of defeats since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement as they did during the whole of Sir Alex's 27-year reign. We lost 114 times in 810 Premier League matches under Fergie. 448 games have been played since he left, and we've equalled the loss already. We've got 37 points from 30 matches. That is basically relegation fodder, innit? It's lucky that Ipswich, Leicester and Southampton are that crap. We're getting away with this. Ruben came out to defend Garnacho after the game. Sometimes you have one day when you're not doing the right things, but in the final third, we were not that good, and that can happen. Right, Amorim, how many times we've seen this nearly every single game this season. Anthony looked more of a threat than Garnacho this season. He does the same thing all the time. Runs up the wing, either runs it out, can't dribble, can't get past the player anymore, and when he shoots, it's like rugby piss in 7.
Have it. Oh, yes.
He's trying too much. Trying too much? No, he's being pissing greedy. There's easy balls for him to make, and no, he'll just cut in and slam the bastard over the bar. And we see it every single week. Nothing changes with Garnacho. And then the quote of the day, sometimes he doesn't make the best choice. Sometimes, 99% of the time, he doesn't. He'll score a worldie once every 15 games, and everybody thinks he's back. He's not. I don't know what's happened to him, or his head's been turned in the summer, in January or whenever, when Napoli would come sniffing. But he isn't the same player. I feared this. We've been saying it for a while. Ratcliffe coming out in the thing saying, oh, Amorim will be here for a long time. He's just said it himself here. In Manchester United, you don't have enough time. I will not have the time. We have to get things right fast. Ineos are trigger happy. We've seen it already. You know, got no money, but they got rid of Ten Hag for 15 mil. Got no money. Got rid of Dan Ashworth pretty quick. And now you can just see it coming, can't you? If this lad doesn't get backed in summer, right? Or if he does get backed and it ends up like this again, December, he'll be gone. Ineos will sack him. We can't continue like this. We're just going backwards and backwards and backwards every year. I don't know what medication he's took, but please send him my way. If it's morphine, give it me. When he was asked if he sees any progress in Man United's performances, he said, I see it in the game. Where? What's that say? I don't lie to myself. Well, you've just lied to yourself. Everyone can say whatever they want. We will. But we need to win games. No, Sherlock. We go to the next game. You know, it's the most common line out United. All the players say it. Oh, we've had a bad day at the office. We're so sorry. But we collect ourselves together and we go to the next game.
Bullshit.
Shut up, you pieces of shit. You lying bastards. Overprivileged. Getting paid a fortune to play like this. Give me your wage for a week and I'll put in more bloody effort than you. And I'm like 20 in stone and got cankles. We have Europa and we have the next game in the Premier League. You don't even want to mention City because we'll just get absolutely battered off them. We need to beat Lyon. And I don't know how we're going to do it because we haven't got anybody who can score in this team. We could play till next season and we wouldn't score.
This is true.
But yeah, through the game as well. How Casemiro didn't get sent off. I'm sure he's bipolar. Because he'll start the game, banging balls, you know, looking pretty good. Couple of good little passes here, there and there. Next minute, he'll just 2-foot someone in the head. He reminds me of Rojo, who used to play for United. Absolute beast at the back. Not because he was, you know, good at defending. He just used to take everybody out, you know what I mean? If you knew he weren't getting the ball, all you knew he was getting his studs right in the back of your head. And if you got away from him, he'd take his shoe off and fucking launch it at you. But Casemiro, Jesus, it was like he was wanting to get sent off last night. One of the oldest ones in the squad to keep your head straight goes and kicks off with a ref in the Premier League. Who hate United? As I was saying, you know, Alanga, the human roadrunner. What was it? The whole length of the pitch in 9 seconds with a ball.
You have to catch me first. I'm like a whippet.
And this now marks 23 games we've conceded first. That tells you everything, doesn't it? It's the second worst in the Premier League. The team worse than us is Leicester City with 25, and they're getting relegated. It is an absolute shambles at United at the minute. Sod the Premier League. focus on the Europa League, but at least go out with some dignity. When you put on the jersey of Manchester United, you've got to at least put in a bit of pride and passion. Every United player gets briefed when they come in, they go for the trophy tour and all that, get told about the past. Do you know, all they hear is when they're talking about the Busby Babes and all that, what it means to the fans and what that crest means to us. These assholes only hear, get to the contract, 500 grand a week, yeah, I'll sign that, thank you. Yeah, I heard everything you said before. Sign the contract, away they go. And away goes the electric by the looks of it. I've had my rant about Nottingham. We're going to get absolutely pumped by City. Looking forward to that. But a note to self, do not go to a ground without a ticket. Like I was saying at the beginning, I am apologising again. I tried to do something different for the channel for yous. Make it more funny and I want to branch out. But obviously I can't do that yet because I haven't got the structure in place. I tried to run before I could walk. So I do apologise. I had it all planned in my head and it just all went to shit. I am not travelling anywhere unless I have a ticket secured. So I was going to try and go to Newcastle next week. Not going unless I get a ticket. Can't trust anyone on Twitter because they're all bloody bots. And they'll go, yes mate, no problem. Send me your number and send me your ticket number and all that. Don't trust it. I need to know trustworthy people to get tickets, away ticket. And if you're a proper fan, you sell on face value. You don't rip off your own fans. You might as well be a bloody glazer if you're going to do that, aren't you? Anybody knows anyone for next week for Newcastle? Let me know. But I ain't going anywhere unless I get a ticket. So if I don't secure a ticket for Newcastle, I'm going to do a live. I've learnt my lesson now. I do apologise. Once the channel starts getting bigger, I might have more contacts into people or might be able to secure tickets. But at this very present moment, I went off on a whim. And it backfired. Probably won't be welcomed in Nottingham Stadium next year anyway, so I've probably messed that one up as well. Pissed off the security. Again! Let's get into the second part of this video. Like I said, I put in 9 hours of this, and that's recording, editing, everything, putting the little funny bits in that I normally do, putting the little pictures and videos and all that crap for your entertainment, and it took me 9 hours to do. And then another 6 for it to export. So I'm not wasting that time and effort. I'm going to just take out the bits of my prediction because... So, enjoy, Jeffiries. Enjoy this second part now. I've had my rant. And now you know what happened to me last night. I mean, I've only got this picture.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
From the match where I'm outside. That's the... while I'm being escorted off. I just took a little back shot and went... That was on the back of me being escorted off the premises. So, anyway, enjoy the second bit of this. I apologise for the last video because when I went to upload it, YouTube had a hissy fit, right, and shouted at me for swearing in my videos. So it took them 24 hours to review that last video. So that's why it came out a bit later than it did. Half the news I've put in that has already been updated. So I do apologise. And have you seen this? Look at this. I look good on big screen, doesn't it? TV does put £10 on you, doesn't it? Christ. I'm only 12 stone. I look 15 on that. Anyway, there's been a few updates in relation to United. Amorim spoke to the press ahead of the game. There's a few telling things in that we need to get into, that we need to dissect and have a look at. First things first. Move over here. I can bloody kiss myself now. Amorim's acknowledged the frustration from the supporters. At least someone does. Said he can see the point of view. This is in regards to the protest and all the ticket prices that are going up. He can see the point of us. Thanks. I think everybody here can see the point of view and can understand how frustrated they are. I'm telling you now, my friend, you've been scripted to say that because none of you understand the pain that we go through. We have to pay to watch your shite. Yous get paid to be shite. There's a difference. The only thing that he can help with in that situation is winning games. Winning the Europa League. It's a big statement, that. I mean, winning games would be a good start, but to have more flexibility in the budget. So I'll try to do my part to help the fans. But we all understand the frustration from the fans. No, they don't, my friend. And the frustration from us is not because of the way we're performing on the pitch. It's the ownership. We want them out. That is why we're protesting. So you've clearly missed the mark and you've clearly not understood what the protest was about. Do you not see the big sign, the big banners that were saying Glazer out? You not hear the songs? No? Not Jim Ratcliffe out in here, not hear any of that. But, the results on the pitch is why we're pissed off. Really understood what we were coming from, lad. I mean, everything that you said in that, you have no input on, right? It's for the players to wear that shirt and put that badge on and do what it means to be a United player, right? You can only teach a dog so many tricks. It's for that dog to go out on the pitch and have a piss or take a shit. You know what I mean? Good boy, well trained. If they don't do it, you ain't got your dogs in order. Whatever that analogy was all about. I hope you got it. See? Apologies, I'm back now. Screen went off, didn't it? Christ. Zoomed out now, aren't I? Anyway, yeah. Ratcliffe's done an interview with the BBC. 90% of Britain don't pay for the TV licence, so why should we trust them? This is a quote of the season, this from Jim. He's fully prepared to support Amorim on reshaping the squad. I mean, if that's not what an owner's here for, I don't know what is. You're supposed to buy new players for the coach you tit. You can't do it with the guy that you just sacked. You sacked the guy at the beginning of the season with these shite players. What do you think this guy's going to do? Whistle a bloody tune out of these? It's not going to happen, is it? So obviously, you need to invest. You lanky streak of piss. Just look at his face as well. He's got a face you can slap. Amorim spoke about the packed fixture list that we've got coming next. City on Sunday. Lyon next Thursday. I can't remember the one after that. It's probably I think it's Newcastle. It's not looking easy, is it? He said we had that kind of schedule in the last weeks with less players. It's really important for us to have these players available for us. I think it's a very good moment in our season. Is it? Worst team in Premier League history. It's been the worst team. And we're going to get the worst point tally we've ever had. But we're going places. Sod the Premier League, it's done. Just hope by some miracle the Scousers don't win it. If there is a God, please. Europa League is what it's about, isn't it, Amorim? Just focus on that, please, lad. And Ruben's come out and said he's very confident of his team. We've heard that one before, haven't we? You know, the same confidence he had before we got pumped by Fulham. Same confidence he had before we got smashed by Crystal Palace. And the same confidence he had before we got absolutely bent over backwards by Brighton.
Ah, cheeky boy.
The players are more confident. What? Because they're playing against their friends again.
Fucking football friend!
Back from international. Oh, how have you been? I've seen your game. You did really well, didn't you, against Costa Rica? We know we have to improve and we're ready for these final 2 months of the season. I'm not. My stress levels have been up here. You know what I mean? I've had to rely on Guinness to get me through matches. I don't know which place we're going to finish in. Not going to be top half of the table, put it that way, Amorim. We still have matches to finish in a different position. 15th. We are more confident. So we are looking up. Well, we're not that far from the bottom to keep looking down now, are we? So we're constantly going to have neck ache looking up, aren't we? So he's updated us on a few of the injuries. Strap yourselves in for this, because there's going to be no surprises. Ruben has told reporters, Luke Shaw's not ready yet.
You're joking. I can't stand this.
You do not need Sherlock for that one, do you? Before the international break, he was back in training, on the pitch, you know, doing intensive training and stuff. Guess who else was back in training back then? Yeah, before the international. Mason Mount, you know, Harry Maguire, Mainu, you know, even Ahmad is starting to come back. 99% of them, apart from Ahmad, because this is a bit more serious, they're all ready for selection. And Joro. Guess who's not? Luke Shaw. If he was a racing horse, they'd be running onto that fucking race course with a double barrel. Good night, Vienna. I'd reload it and do it again just to make sure. But yeah, Luke's not ready. He'll never be ready, will he? But like I said, Mason Mount feeling better, but he was on the bench in the last game. Yeah, so he's ready to go. Kobe almost returning, but he's not ready for the game just yet. But again, closer than Luke, who hasn't played since December. Johnny Evans, I don't know what's wrong with Johnny Evans. It's probably just age, innit? I mean, he's got a disabled parking spot now. He's got blue badge. Martinez is done. Harry Maguire's ready to go, and Yoro, like I said. So at least we got two defenders back. That helps, doesn't it? This young lad, pictured wearing a protective boot coming out of Carrington, which we all just went, can we not just catch a break? But a little sneaky sauce here bumps into the bastard in Apple store, didn't I, in the Trafford Centre? But I didn't want to be a dipshit and go up to him and go, are you Aidan Evans? Look a right tit. But yeah, I seen Aidan wearing some right good gear. You know what I mean? Looked like he had a few quid on him. I'm like, hey, hold on a minute. Don't know whether to mug him here. He was in the Apple store and I'm there eyeing him up. And you know when someone looks at you and you're like, what's he looking at here? You know when they look at you like that and they're like, bought a laptop bought a computer for his mum. Nice pink one. See, I do pay attention. And I apologise for Mrs. Heaven, because I've probably just ruined your Mother's Day gift now, so I do apologise about that. It could be a birthday gift, I never know. But you're getting a pink laptop, love. Not pink laptop. You're getting a pink computer, love, so I hope you enjoy. But anyway, yeah, when I seen him in there, he wasn't wearing his protective boot, thank God. So that's positive. Hey, there you go. In the know. All you got to do is knock around the Trafford Centre and just follow people. You might bump into a couple of footballers, you know what I mean? But Aiden, if I spot you again, lad, you're coming on this channel, all right, being part of the Jeffrey family. You were walking fine. You've got the Manchester limp. You've got that nailed down. You've only been here a couple of months. Look who's been shaking his tits like Shakira in Spain again. He's an absolute tit, innit? He thinks he's just been reborn as Cristiano Ronaldo in La Liga, doesn't he? He's got his tits out nearly every week. He's like the Katie Price of Spain. He's always got his tits out. But he was one of the most passionate players. Passionate is an understatement. Go and look at his video. Christ on a bike. Yeah, more piggybacks than me when I was in high school and everybody thought I was a cow because I was fat bastard. Well, I still am now, but you know what I mean? People used to shut the bags on the floor and go, let's ride this bastard. I mean, my breasts are bigger than them. He's got pigeon tits. I've got double D's. Please stay in Spain. Don't come back. Here's another one. FA Cup on the weekend. Looks like Marcus Rashford has found his level. Preston. I mean, if we get relegated, he'd be playing in the Championship, so you'd be fine there, won't you, lad? I mean, you look mint against Preston. Even Jim came out and made a subliminal message to Rashford. When he was asked a question about Amorim not using him, he said, well, Amorim wants people here that want to work. It's quite telling that, isn't it? If you can't work for your boyhood club, but you can smash it for Villa against Preston, you know what I mean? You've hit your ceiling, haven't you? He's broke his duck and scored a brace against Preston. Well done. I didn't want to get onto this. I don't want to look at it. I'm not going to look at it. There's talks of Madrid. Piece of fluff went past me then. It's an omen. Anyway, there's talks of Madrid going in for Fernandes for 90 mil. You're not having my Bruno. I'll fight you for him. You've already got everyone in the world that's mint. You're not having our Bruno. No. Him and his teeth can stay with us. There's a concept of him in a Madrid shirt. Look at this. It just doesn't look right, does it? You're not having him. You can piss off. You're not having my captain. He's the only good thing we've got left. Just a little side rant as well. I hate these kind of stories, right? Shoulda, woulda, couldas, right? That's what I call them. Shoulda, woulda, couldas. Some muppet comes out 10 years later, like Wenger did with Ronaldo. They just live off that, don't they, Arsenal fans? We could have bought Ronaldo. But you didn't. Shut up about it. United could have won 3 trebles in a row, but they didn't. You know what I mean? It's hypothetical. God could have blessed me with a 12-incher, but he blessed me with 2. You know what I'm saying? But apparently United could have got Cole back in the day. Oh, and I could have been born Lady Gaga, but it didn't happen, did it? I hate these kind of stories. I hate when they come out and they publish them as if they're important. It's not relevant news. Won't mind him at United though, would I? Bastard. And he was a United fan. Now, when I said in my last video about David Ornstein, he's like the oracle for United, right? When he talks about United, he's been briefed by Manchester United. He is Manchester United number 1, innit? And Fabrizio lives in his shadow. As soon as Ornstein posted something, Fabrizio straight all over it. He talks about exits in the summer, and you've probably read it while I'm fucking rambling on like I do. He's mentioned about people walking out the door. Ericsson, Evans, Heaton and Lindelof. We knew they'd all go anyway. They're all out of contract this summer. They're all going to go. But then there's Anthony, Malacia, Rashford and Sancho, who are out on loan and clearly not part of United's plans. They're prepared to part ways with. That's come from Ornstein. And there's another example, he says. Casemiro. This is the bit that scares me a bit. I've had a fair fart, right? I've actually got skids in my undies because of this line. Keep an eye on the likes of Mainu and Garnacho. Now, I can't even call bullshit on it, which most of the English press is. But when Ornstein says it, they're players I don't think United actively want out. But if a suitable offer arrives and the club decides to entertain them from a football financial perspective, we're supposed to be building for a brighter future with young players. Why the fuck are we selling our best young players out the fucking door? It's sickening what's happening to this club. And that twat in his interview with BBC, I've had to make the hard decisions. He don't even sound like that. I just keep doing it because I like taking piss out of him. Language streaky piss. But anyway, TV's gone off. That's what he's saying. He's got to put 50p in meter. Yeah, he was saying, oh, I put 300 mil into the club in January. You know what I mean? And that's all gone now. Where's it gone, Jim? Where's it gone? You got offshore accounts that we don't know about. And he said, oh, I sympathise with the fans, but they've got to put up with it. No, we don't have to put up with it. You didn't have to come. You didn't have to bail the Glazers out, but you fucking did. That's why we're pissed off. Getting heated. But yeah, he says he's put his pocket in, you know what I mean? But you're raising all the tickets, mate. We're putting it in. We've been putting it in for years, 20 years. And nothing's come back to us. And you're the one making us pay for the new stadium. Not like you said that you were going to pay for it. Oh, no, you're not doing that, are you? Making us pay for it. Gets even better with Ineos. Long-time season ticket holders are being relocated to the Sir Bobby Charlton stand. We call it the prawn sandwich stand, right? Because that's where all the posh bastards sit. That's where Jim sits. He won't be relocating me anywhere near him. I'll be throwing a fucking prawn sandwich at his head.
I wouldn't do that to you.
There's people, 80 years of age, been going most of their lives, right? But yeah, people have been going since then, and they're moving them to the dearest stand in the stadium. How's that fair? There's some stands with accessibility that they had to do, right? They had to comply with Premier League standards, whatever stadium standards, right? And some of these are going to be affected from it. So they're going to move into a stand that has no accessibility. Makes sense that, doesn't it, Jim? So basically, they want all the OAPs out, lifelong United fans and the foundation of this club. They're going to shift them, hoping that they'll fall down the concrete stairs so they can just replace the ticket with a fucking tourist. The senior discount was 50%. They honoured that until Ratcliffe and his men came in, because now they're reducing it to 25. When it can't get any worse and you think there's nothing else to cut, it must have a meeting every week and go, right, who's earning me money this week then, bastards? What we cutting this week? I know what I could cut. I can't fucking say it on YouTube, I'll get banned. And all this fits in with the 5% hike for the season tickets that they're doing next year. But we froze the under-16s. Oh, that helps, doesn't it? Because all 16-year-olds can afford their own season ticket, can't they? Tithead. It's the parents that are paying for it. Could be the grandparents, but you're trying to get rid of them as well. It just takes the piss, doesn't it? And speaking of taking the piss, Wayne Rooney's been caught having a piss in the street. He's getting done for it. I'm sure that's the Emirates. It's not the only time Rooney's had his cock out in the news, is it? It's just thankfully it's not inside a granny this time. He's a dirty bastard, he is. Yeah, another little bit of transfer news as well. There's a lot of shite that's come out. None of it I've looked at. I've only pulled this one out because it was a new name. We've all heard Jeffiries and Kim Wenda, whatever his name is, from Sporting. Basically, the Sporting fucking team, because Amorim's here, so they're just going to link him to everyone. United have set the sights on. Now, you know I'm shit with names. Don't have a go at me for this. Hakan Kalahanglu. Yeah, whatever his name is, he's emerged as a potential United transfer. And we were linked with him about 6 years ago. It's not happening. I just put it in here because I know he's like taking a piss out of me for me pronouncing footballers' names, which I can't do. I'm like that African lad that pronounces bloody Premier League scores. What? Back to taking a piss, and it's not Wayne Rooney or R. Kelly. You know my undying love for Luke Shaw and his new claim to fame of being on TikTok. I'm not going to play the clip again. I've played it too many times, and it pisses me off when I look at it because I just want to roundhouse my phone again. He's got it made easy, this bastard. I'm sure he's one of the Euro millionaires that happened the other night. He's been spending time in Qatar. Oh, loving life. Play for United 4 times in 5 years. You get to go to Doha as part of a rehabilitation process. Manchester not good for you. Not good enough for you, bastard. You can fucking stay there and go feed the camels, you twat. Benefiting from warm weather training. He's not played since December. What's he doing there? To regain full fitness. He's not been fit in 3 years. Oh, Qatar's going to change it all, innit? I hope he goes on an excursion and gets lost in the desert. Camel has a piss on him. They've put 50p a metre again. Keep going off this. All right, this. I can't work under these conditions. We're back. The 1958, I've mentioned it before, but they've planned another protest for the derby. I mean, they did one at KFC or wherever they did it the other night for FC United. But yeah, there's a plan to sit in after the final whistle. You know what the tourists are like. If 2 or 3 go in again from City, they'll be all walking out. Anyway, they did it last time when we were losing 6-1. I must have been the only twat left in the stand. But anyway, yeah, they're planning a sit-in. Let me play you a little bit of the video now. This is the promo video from the 1958. This is what they've released. It's all over the Twitter. I'll leave it in the link below. Some of the scenes from the Arsenal protest. I mean, it went right off. You might see my little head here in a minute. 1 minute. Here we go. There's your Jeffrey. Right at the front recording. Look at that. I'm even on the advertisement. You see that? We're on TV now, Jeffries. We're moving up in the world. You know what I mean? But there he is. All the fatness in his glory next to that Gandalf. I told you I was there. I was right at the front. But yeah, my arm was stuck like that for about 2 hours as well. It was killing me. But yeah, look at the scenes that turned up last time. Look at that. Masses and masses of people turned up. It was quite special, to be fair. My arms were killing and my nose was, shitting out green stuff from all the smoke bombs, as you can see. There it is, the promo one. Next up, City sitting. Our seat not yours. I mean, there's tickets going on general sale because we can't be asked paying the 66 quid. But yeah, there's been a big uproar about that, and United have had to drop the prices. Fuckers. I'll be there anyway. I'm always there at the end. I'll do my outro and that and see how many stay in the ground. Don't know how long we've got to sit there for. I've had a history with the stewards. Go back on my channel and have a look. When I started this journey, me and them had a few teething problems, should we say. One resulted in me getting kicked out. But anyway, I won't get into that. Go back and watch it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and bore you. Talk too much as it is. Just a final note. At the time of recording this, United were playing in the FA Youth Cup semi-final at Aston Villa. 1,000 fans from United turned up, and they were chanting the whole way through. What a support that is! Imagine being a kid seeing that in the stands. You're playing at Villa Park and then you got 1,000 away fans there. 0 home fans. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it went all the way to penalties and United were kicked out 3-1 on penalties. So, well, it was just as bad as the first team for taking penalties. Was Lindelof taking one? Hopefully we see a few of them in the first team getting a chance. You've done better than the first team, so we're all proud of you. I'm going to end it there, Jeffiries. My arse is numb sat on the bench. I don't know if you've heard it throughout this. But yeah, I thought I'd change the scenery up. There's Fatty on screen there. But anyway, I'm off, Jeffiries.